Sai Ram students, welcome to the first session of chapter 9, that is heat. Now children, let us see some pictures. Now you can see here children, the first picture. What is there? In a vessel, milk is kept, right, for boiling, and the gas, because of the heat generated, the milk has come up, right? The second picture which you can see, it is of a pressure cooker. Pressure cooker is kept on a gas stove, and you know, whenever we keep any things for cooking in pressure cooker, it gives a whistle once it is cooked. So what is generated? Heat is generated. Now you can see the third picture over here. What is there? A boy, he is not well, right? And in his mouth a thermometer is kept. So when do you use a thermometer? Whenever you have fever, right? So whenever you are having fever, your body, it becomes hot, right? And you measure the temperature with the help of a thermometer, right? Now the fourth picture you can see over here, it is of the campfire. These people, they are feeling cold, and that's why they are taking heat from the campfire. Generally during winter season children, you feel very cold. So many people, they come outside and they make this campfire and they take heat, right? So these are all various examples of heat, right children? Now rub your both palms against each other for around 1 minute, right? When you rub these palms against each other and then you keep it on your cheeks, what will you feel? You will feel hot, isn't it? So whenever you rub your palms against each other and then you put it on your cheek, you will feel hot, right? So these are the examples of heat. So now children, we are going to see about the transfer of heat. Now children, you can see, have you ever seen in a sweet shop, halwai, he uses he wraps a cloth near at the end of the slotted spoon when he is stirring the milk continuously in a large kadhai. Now do you know why he has wrapped a cloth near the slotted spoon? Slotted spoon means it is a type of a spoon. It is a large spoon which has got holes in it, right? You might have observed children, whenever your mother, she is making puris, so she uses this type of slotted spoon. So why does the halwai wrap a cloth near that end of the slotted spoon? It is because the milk, it is boiling continuously. So the heat, it is getting transferred from one end of the slotted spoon to the other end of the slotted spoon. So the other end of the slotted spoon, it becomes hot, and when you, if it becomes hot, you cannot touch that spoon and you cannot stir that boiling milk. So that is the reason he wraps a cloth near the slotted end of the, near the end of the slotted spoon, right? Now children, whenever your mother, she gives you hot milk in a stainless steel glass. So when the hot milk is poured in the stainless steel glass, you cannot touch the glass, right? Because it is hot. So generally what you do, you wrap a cloth or a handkerchief around the stainless steel glass, right? Because the milk is hot and it is getting transferred outside the glass, right? And that's the reason you cannot touch that stainless steel glass with your hand. So you wrap a cloth or a handkerchief around it. So that is what transfer of heat, right? So when we take a hot object in the vicinity of a cold one, vicinity means near a cold one. When you take a hot object near the cold one, what happens? The cold object, it becomes warm, and the hot object, it becomes cool. So from this, what we can conclude? We can conclude that the heat, it is getting transferred from a hot body to a cold body. And transfer of heat means flow of the heat from one place to another. So what is transfer of heat, children? Whenever you take a hot object near a cold one, the cold object, it becomes warm, and the hot object, it becomes cold. So with this we can conclude that heat, it is getting transferred from a hot body to a cold body, and this transfer of heat means flow of heat from one place to another. So I hope students you have understood what is transfer of heat. Now let's move to the next one. Modes of heat transfer. So there are three modes of heat transfer: conduction, convection and radiation. So what are the modes of heat transfer? Conduction, convection and radiation. So we'll see each and every mode in detail with the help of some experiments. So let's start with conduction. Now you can see here, children, this is a tripod stand. These are the bars. So there are three bars. One is aluminium, other is copper, and the third one you can either take stainless steel or iron. Right? Now this is a burner, and here you can see these are the wax pots, and pins are inserted inside this wax pots. So we'll see this experiment, what happens in this experiment. Now children, you are going to take three bars, right? So one bar, as I told you, one is of aluminium, second is of copper, and third is of stainless steel or iron. Now these bars, it should be 30 centimeter long, and they should be of the same shape, right? Though now these bars, you will keep it on a tripod stand so that it can be balanced. Now what you are going to do? You are going to take a candle and you are going to make wax spots on these rods. So you can see here these wax spots, right? So you are going to make these wax spots on these rods. And when you are making this wax spots, you are going to keep a distance of 2 centimeter, right? And then once these and all the rods, you are going to make this wax spots. So once that is done, you are going to insert the pins in these wax spots, right? So you can see the pins, how it is inserted on the wax spots. It's in the same way. Now what you will do, you will take these rods near the burner, right? So you can see this is one end of the bar and this is the other end of the bar. And now where is the heat? Heat is near this end of the burner. So now when the heating starts, what happens? Once the heating starts, what will happen? The heat, it will flow from this end to this end, right? So the pins, it will start falling first from here, right? Because heat is getting transferred from this place to this place. So first the pins will start from here. So like this, with this experiment we can say that the transfer of heat, it is taking place from a hot body to the other end of the rod, right? And in this experiment, first the pins which are there on the copper bar, it will start falling first because the conduction of heat, it is quickly through copper, then aluminium, and lastly the stainless steel, right? So now let's see this experiment in detail. So what is it? Transfer of heat from the hot part of an object to the cold part is called as the conduction of heat, right? So transfer of heat, it is taking place from the hot part of an object to the cold part, and that is called as conduction of heat. And this conduction of heat, what happens? Pins on the copper ball, it starts falling first. So as I told you, why does it start falling first? Because heat is conducted quickly through copper, and the pins on the steel bar, they fall comparatively late. Means in the last, these pins on the steel bar will fall. So conduction of heat through a substance, it depends upon the property of that substance. So what I told you children, the pins on the copper ball, it will start falling first because heat is conducted quickly through copper, and the pins which are there on the steel bar, it will fall in the last. And conduction of heat through a substance, it depends upon the property of that substance. So conduction of heat, it takes place through a solid substance, and this experiment shows that a medium is required for the conduction of heat. So as I told you, conduction of heat, it is taking place through a solid substance, and that's why this experiment, it requires a medium, that is the solid substance as a medium, it is required for the conduction of heat. So I hope students you have understood what is conduction. So what is the definition of conduction? The transfer of heat from the hot part of the object to a cold one is called as the conduction of heat. So now let's move to the second one. Second mode of heat transfer is convection. So now in the convection, you can see that is also through an experiment. So you can see this is a beaker, this is a gas burner, tripod stand, and here you can see crystals of potassium permanganate, and water is there inside the beaker. So let's see this experiment. So now what you are going to do, you are going to take some water in the beaker and you are going to heat this beaker on the gas burner. So once you have kept this on the gas burner, what you are going to do, you are going to add crystals of potassium permanganate into it. Now this potassium permanganate crystals, they are magenta colored. So what happens when the heating starts, you can see here the streams of water. These are the streams of water. So how are these streams of water flowing? Like upward, it's going upward and coming backward, right? So when the heating starts, what happens? The water from the bottom, it goes upwards, that is the streams of the water from the bottom, it goes upwards and it comes back at the bottom, right? So as you have added crystals of potassium permanganate, it is magenta colored, I told you. So because of these crystals, you can see these streams of water easily, right? Because water is colorless and this is magenta colored, so you can see the streams of water clearly. So what happens? So when heating is going on, so the water near the bottom, this you can see here, the water near the bottom, it becomes warm and its density decreases. So what happens? The water, it moves upwards and it is replaced by the cold water coming from the above. So in this way, what happens? The heat, it is transferred by means of currents called as convection of currents, and this whole process is called as convection of heat, right students? So let's see in detail. The streams of water, as I told you, they are going upwards and coming back to the bottom. And because of the potassium permanganate, which are magenta colored, the streams of water, it can be identified easily. So when heating begins, water near the bottom, it becomes warm and its density decreases. So whenever children, you are keeping water for heating, first the water will start heating from the bottom and then it will come up. As a result, the streams of the water, it moves upwards and then it is replaced by the cold water which is coming from the above, right? So heat is transferred by means of currents and called as convection currents, and this process is called as convection of heat. Now this convection, it can occur in liquid and gaseous state, and it requires a medium. So conduction and convection both requires a medium, right children? Also children, I would like to tell you, now you might have seen in the kitchen there are some stainless steel utensils or pans which have a copper base at the bottom. Now why do they have a copper base at the bottom? Because heat is conducted quickly through copper, right? So that's the reason these utensils are these are copper plated at the bottom. So children, let's recap what we have learned today. So children, first we saw various examples of heat, right? One, we saw about the boiling milk, then about the pressure cooker, then about the body becoming hot, and then about the campfire. Then we rubbed our palms against each other and we put it on our cheeks and we felt the hotness, right? Then we saw children what is transfer of heat. So in transfer of heat, what happens? The hot object, it becomes cold, and the cold object, it becomes warm. So this transfer of heat from a hot body, there is transfer of heat from a hot body to a cold body. And this transfer of heat means it is the flow of heat from one place to another. Then we saw the modes of heat transfer. So there are three modes of heat transfer. One is conduction, second is convection, and third is radiation. So we saw the mode of heat transfer, conduction, through an experiment, right? Wherein we had taken 3 bars, aluminium, copper and steel, right? So we saw through that experiment that the conduction of heat, it takes place from the hot part of a body to the cold one, and that is called as conduction of heat. And heat is conducted quickly through copper. And then we saw about the next mode of heat transfer, that is convection. So what is convection? Heat is transferred by means of currents called convection currents, and the process is called as convection of heat. Conduction and convection, they both require a medium, and convection, it can occur in liquid and gaseous substance, and conduction, it occurs through a solid substance. So children, in the next session we will see about the third mode of heat transfer and other details. Till then, goodbye.